Well, thanks, everybody, for being here. Look, America has endured for almost 250 years as the world's greatest democracy and greatest nation because we believe that no one is above the law. Because up until now, our leaders have never confused themselves with kings. But President Trump has been relentlessly attacking those principles of our free government since the moment he finished his inaugural address. The president began by pardoning violent criminals who assaulted police officers and tried to overthrow our free and fair election. And then late Friday night, President Trump illegally attempted to fire at least 17 inspectors general, which, if successful, will make our government less efficient. It means that the government will waste more taxpayer money, and the absence of inspector generals also will allow big corporations to rip off the American people, especially through some of the government contracts that they hold. And now, as if to test the limits of our democracy, as if to exploit what President Trump believes is the weakness of the Republican Senate caucus, and to test our society's capacity for outrage and chaos, the president is unilaterally freezing all federal grants. These are vital federal funds, as you have heard. This act is illegal. The president is required to spend the money appropriated by Congress. The Supreme Court has ruled that the Impoundment Control Act, which prevents a president from unilaterally holding back funds, the Supreme Court has ruled that that is constitutional. Equally as important, and perhaps more important, is that this action will hurt people all across the country. President Trump's order defunds police departments even as law enforcement officers are trying to keep us safe. It imperils disaster relief as fires rage. It halts cancer research as we strive for cures. And it shuts down shelters for homeless veterans in the cold of winter. The White House claims, or tried to claim, that Medicaid isn't impacted, but let's be clear, we are hearing from Medicaid offices all across the country that they are right now locked out of the critical Medicaid computer portal that allows them to draw down funds. They are locked out of these federal reimbursement systems, which in practice means that federal funds can be halted or rejected. New Hampshire law enforcement agencies have told my office that the freeze of federal funding may force them to rescind job offers, meaning fewer cops on the streets. A New Hampshire organization that helps domestic violence survivors also told my office that it is now locked out of federal funding systems, which will significantly impact the crisis centers it runs for women. These are concerted and insidious actions. Senator Merkley talked about Russ Vought. Russ Vought is the ultimate Washington insider, and he was hired by Donald Trump, and he faces our confirmation vote. He was hired by Donald Trump to do this work, using his insider knowledge in a way that will hurt millions of people, small businesses across our country, and send shockwaves through our economy. Let's be clear, this money is not the president's to freeze or take away. It was appropriated by Congress, and it belongs to the American people. To my Republican colleagues, I suggest that you have to decide what bridge it is too far. To examine if you would tolerate these authoritarian acts and precedents were the president not of your own political party. The president would, of course, be better served spending his energies attacking high prices, not life-saving grants, not the people's watchdogs, and above all, not the rule of law. We cannot let America become a place where our leaders hold back the people's funds by day and purge the people's watchdogs by night. Not here. Not in a democracy like ours. Not ever. Thank you.
Let me just say one